You're listening to the Sandstorm podcast, your regular dose of heaviness right here in Dubai. Hosted by Sandy Syn.
What's up, metalheads? It's your girl Sandy, and welcome to the Sandstorm podcast. Today's guest isn't just a DJ, she's a fellow metalhead, cat rescuer, a very good friend of ours, and she's also one of the few people who can turn a dance floor into a mosh pit. Please welcome DJ Kitty. Woo!
Hello.
Hey, girl, welcome to the
Hi.
podcast. How are you doing today?
Good. Yeah. Nice. I'm just preparing for a couple of DJ sets this week. Um, but yeah, good. Busy, which is
Okay,
nice.
that's good to hear. Loving the energy. Let's dive straight in. So, some of you may or may not know that Sandstorm Music Company has recently started managing artists, and Kitty is one of our first few artists, which is really exciting. Yes,
Yes.
I remember. Was it a year ago? It was like over a year ago. We met at a gig, right?
Yeah, I think it was almost 2 years ago,
Oh my God, two
actually.
years. Has it been 2 years
Yeah,
already?
almost.
So I remember at that gig, you just recently moved from the UK to the UAE. So just tell us your journey. Let us know how you got into metal and how did that path lead you to being a DJ
So, do you mean getting into metal here in Dubai
in general, like
in
as
general? Okay,
yeah.
cool. So, when I was like, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 years old, I started listening to Evanescence and Avril Lavigne because of my older brother. He had a huge crush on Avril Lavigne and Amy Lee, and I really liked the music. And then from there, my dad showed me Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park,
hmm
and then I kind of gauged it, even though I was probably only like 10 years old. Oh, okay, I like this upbeat music. And then I remember, like, just as I started secondary school, I discovered like Fall Out Boy, All Time Low.
Oh, I think your mic got quiet.
Hello, is it okay?
Yeah, now it's okay. It's all
Oh,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I discovered, yeah, like All Time Low, Fall Out Boy, bands like this, more like pop punk emo bands.
Yeah.
Um, and started to love them. And then when I was about 13, I discovered Enter Shikari and Bring Me the Horizon,
Ah, nice.
and it all went downhill.
Downhill
Like,
now.
I know, uphill, but
Yeah,
my
yeah, I know what
parents
you
were
mean.
very concerned.
Like, oh
They were like,
no.
why does she like these men with long hair?
Oh no. That was my parents, to be honest. They said the same thing to me.
Yeah,
But it's
they're
just
just
funny that your family was the one that, kind of introduced you to the music. So, they can't really
yeah.
blame you.
My father was a security guard for Polydor Records, and he used to do security for like The Cure,
What?
Depeche Mode, which is kind of crazy.
That is
And
awesome.
my grandfather worked in radio, so like we are all kind of music related, but
Okay, so it was in your family. Yeah, you were brought up with
yeah,
this.
yeah. But then like because I fell in love with music,
Mm-hmm.
when I was like 16, I'd made a group of friends when I was like a young teenager
Yeah.
in Plymouth, which is like the nearest city to me. And I really wanted to work at gigs. So then I started working at shows and stuff. Um, and I did actually study music production and music performance.
Oh.
Um, and I did that college. And then I kind of dropped everything for a while because I didn't really know what I was going to do. And then when I came here, uh, even though I was still going to festivals and stuff like that, I wasn't really working so much. I probably worked at shows for like 7 years, just like helping out, sorting out riders and shit like that for bands. But I always kind of had this like envy as a performer. Does
Mm-hmm.
that make sense? Because I'm like, oh, I want to do what they're doing, but I'm scared and I don't
Yeah.
really know
Oh, I
what my
totally get
calling
that.
is.
I
Yeah, and
totally get that. Yeah.
you're an amazing performer though,
Oh,
like
thank
honestly.
you.
But I just like I could not, without fucking up, do like vocals. or something like that.
No, you know what? Like I was in the same place as you, and I still am. I have like, this imposter syndrome type thing. But it takes a while and you just have to keep doing it. And even if you hear like, bad comments or whatever, you just have to keep doing it. And then eventually like things will start happening. But still to this day, I'm like, quite cautious about everything. But yeah,
Oh, well, it does not show.
it
But
doesn't. Oh, good. No,
no.
inside it's like,
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Although, like, sometimes I feel like I get possessed. Like, do you ever find that when you perform, you're
oh
like,
yeah, yes.
Who was that?" Because that wasn't me.
Yes. All the time. It's weird because like before you go on stage, you get like super anxious. And even like with stuff like this, doing the podcast, speaking like in front of people, you feel anxious, but then once you do it, yeah, as you say, you get possessed and
Yeah.
you're somebody else and like you're just in your own world and something takes over you. Like when I first performed, I was like people are like, "Oh my God, you're totally different." Even when I saw you performing like at the emo night, you were living it. You were possessed, but in the
I
you know,
was by
but you
Jeff
were feeling
Daniels.
it. Exactly. Yeah. That helps too. Alcohol helps a little bit. That's another way to like not be so anxious. But no, I really love that, you are doing what you love. And yeah, I totally understand. Like sometimes you'll get into something, you'll take a break, and you don't know what you want to do, what your niche is, what your talent is, and but you find it somehow. And I think you're finding
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird how the whole DJing thing came around. I mean, like, I'd done a little bit of DJing
Hmm.
in the UK,
Yeah.
uh, at a strip club more than anything,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
obviously
Why?
wasn't metal. But I don't know how, I just ended up taking over the music and the stage lighting of this strip club. And that was kind of my only experience until I came here. And then one of our friends reached out to us to put on this emo night earlier this
Hmm.
year. Um, and I said, look, I do not trust anyone to do the music apart from me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it kicked off here.
Okay, well, that makes sense. I mean, you know what you want to listen to, so why not take over? And it's been working, and you had that experience.
Yeah, yeah. Even though like I knew that I've had compliments before on playlists and music in different genres and stuff before, and like whenever I show people songs, that they seem to always be obsessed with the song, so I feel like I've got that ear.
Hmm.
But it's still like, oh, is this gonna work? Like the whole going back to being shy on stage. But again, I think when you believe in yourself and you have amazing support from
Exactly.
people around
Yeah.
you, it's like it makes it easy.
It does. Yeah, definitely having a good support group here. And especially with this scene, like we have our friends and it's a smaller scene, so we're all very tight knit and we like all
Yeah,
support each other. But I'll tell you
yeah,
something, even I hear it from like bigger artists as well. The nervousness doesn't go away, but you know what? That's a good thing because that means you really care about what you do.
yeah.
So it's going to be normal. But once you get on stage, you'll have that possessed demon and you're going to just, live your best life on stage. Yeah. So, yeah. Also, with the whole DJ thing, I want to know where did you get the name DJ Kitty? Does it have to do with your love for cats? And you can tell us a bit about
Yes.
your cat rescuing because I love that. That's one thing I really love about you that you
Oh,
rescue cats, that you love animals. So, yeah.
yeah. So DJ Kitty, my nickname in the UK was either Katie D or Kitty Cat. It was one of those two. And I love Hello Kitty. I love cats.
Yeah, I can
That's
tell it's
like
okay.
my favorite things.
Me too.
Obviously, I literally have cat everything. I've got Doja Cat tattooed on my leg.
Oh, no way. I just
Um,
know.
I'm wearing Hello Kitty shorts. I've got another cat tattooed on
Ah,
my ankle. I've got another cat tattooed on this
I
side of my
love it.
leg.
I love
Um,
it.
yeah, so I have a strange obsession with cats. I have 5 cats in my house that I found outside. Um,
Oh.
but yeah, I do rescue cats and send them to the UK. I do that a few times a year.
Yeah, I can see your kitty.
He was like, "Wow, she's talking about
It's like,
me."
oh, me. Hi. Made a little appearance. I had to lock mine in
Yeah.
the room because they were like just jumping everywhere.
Oh no, mine are quite well behaved actually. There's two right behind me sleeping. There's one in the corner
Yeah,
giving me like a
I
death stare.
side eye.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
oh,
gosh.
there's one on the floor next to me now getting
Oh,
attention. Hello.
that's
But yeah,
sweet.
I was quite shocked when I moved here and I saw like the amount of stray cats because in my country it's just not a thing. If you find a stray cat in the UK, it's like call the police. Well, not literally, but put it on the news.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, I was so shocked, and so I did start like whenever I saw a cat that was unwell, I would take it in and sort out their vet bills, and then sometimes I'd fall in love with them and keep them, or I would get them adopted. But I found it always easier to send them to the UK, or like
Yeah.
I've sent some cats to the Philippines, some to Italy, and it's just like it makes my heart warm, but also it is really sad because sometimes these cats are so sick they pass away and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I've rescued and well I've rescued TNR'd and sent to the UK over 100 cats.
My God. This
Yeah.
is actually what I really, really love about you. When I first met you, you talked about, of course, like the love for metal, but then when you started talking about how you rescue cats and you have that compassion, I
Oh,
think, we really need more people like this in the scene, not just like people who are talented, but people who just have compassion for animals and do something to the community and give something back to the community. And you help, these cute little beings.
yeah, I love them. They make me
Yeah.
happy. They're my children,
They make
honestly.
me happy too. So speaking about, the scene and everything, I know, the UAE is totally different from the UK. So when you started being, a DJ or even just being, a female in the metal scene over here, were there any like, how was your experience with that? Like, do you face any challenges with that?
Being a female in the UAE,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
In
well,
the metal scene
in the
specifically, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say, so in the UK and the UAE, I've had very different experiences. Uh, but I have found more so in the UK, it's there's always I've always felt like as a female, I'll always be number two.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I totally get
Um,
it.
and that there's always a male to answer to, but not in the sense of like obviously if someone's in charge, then they're in charge. But I mean just like maybe we're seen I can feel that we're seen as just immediately more vulnerable as women
Yeah.
in the scene, um and also maybe not taken quite as seriously. Like I
Mm-hmm.
really care about mixing a lot, and I really care about having like a unique performance, um and that that's like what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Obviously like looking great is cool as well, but maybe sometimes it might be a bit more about the way women look. That's how I feel. Does that make sense?
No, that I 100% relate to you on that. And actually, I was gonna say like even my journey was quite similar. People are very quick to judge. They'll look at you if you look a certain way, or if dress a certain way, especially,
Yeah,
being a female and stuff. It's
yeah,
getting better now than how it was before, but there'll still always be this like, first like a judgment at first, but let them judge and your talent will speak for itself. And you just have it's real. I know it's hard to ignore like some comments and everything, but it's always going to be there. And we're always so focused on the negative comments. So just hold on to all the positive comments and just, that's going to make you thrive.
yeah. Thank you. I mean, I haven't regarding like my image and stuff. I haven't heard any negative ones,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
God. But yeah, I do feel I don't know like sometimes it is about the way I look, but that's fine. And if it's going to get me places, then that's okay as long as more so my talent can be acknowledged.
Exactly. It's a
Um,
whole
yeah,
package. It's
yeah,
your look, it's your talent, it's your charisma, and you need the whole thing to succeed. Like if you lack in one, you know, it's going to be a little bit harder. So it's a whole package thing, and people
yeah,
just need to understand that. And if anybody has anything negative to say, that just means like, you're doing well.
Yeah, like I feel
Exactly.
like if let's say I'm dressed to look like my absolute best, all of
Hmm.
that, but my mixing shit and I'm not interacting with the audience, I'm not dancing with people, I'm not shouting with people, stuff like that.
Exactly.
The performance, probably the feedback will be like she's hot but she sucks, like, if
Exactly.
that
Yeah.
makes sense. So it
Yeah.
really is like a package.
Yeah.
Um, and I hope that that is seen, because sometimes I feel like maybe it's not.
We're always going to find something wrong with ourselves, but as long as everybody's, if you enjoy yourself on stage, if you're having fun, everybody else is going to have fun.
Oh, I love performing. It's the
Yeah,
best.
me too. So, with that being said, when you were learning to be a DJ, which bands and DJs, inspired you or help you shape like your style of DJing? Is there any particular like bands or DJs that helped inspired you?
I wouldn't say directly a specific DJ, but when I went to Download Festival, I spent a lot of time in the guest area watching the DJs, and I was fascinated by like how they were mixing, and that inspired me because it was predominantly females, and I really liked that. Uh, and I did find that a lot of the parties
Mm-hmm.
in the campsites as well were a lot of DJs, and also my friend in the UK called Jamie. He runs a party called Pretty Fly Alt Night, and
Oh.
he's DJing, and they do so well. Like he DJs all over the country now by creating this vibe, and me and him have very similar music taste.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like he's quite inspiring to me as well, and he actually has an MC with him.
Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome.
I thought about bringing an MC, but then I decided I wanted to be my own MC.
Why not? If you feel comfortable
Yeah,
doing that, yeah. Why not?
yeah. And that that's who inspired me very recently. But also, I've always been very drawn to bands that have a DJ, like I See Stars, Enter
Oh, yeah.
Shikari,
Mm-hmm.
Bring Me the Horizon. Well, I don't they don't have a DJ anymore, but they used to. So I'm always drawn to bands like this, and I think it's because it's like it adds this extra element to the music.
Mm-hmm.
So I just found that I felt connected with it because I like having the aux cable. I like bands like this. I'm always inspired by DJs. Why not do this and play the playlist that I want to play?
Yeah, of course. And is there any particular artist that you dream of collaborating with in the future?
I'm not sure. So I was thinking about this question. I I I have no idea, but I wouldn't say an artist, but I would love to collaborate with festivals, but not specifically artists right now, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, no,
But
that makes total sense. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
I'm
not
pretty
not
sure
an
you can
artist.
do that. Yeah. And then once you start doing that, collaborations will happen naturally.
Yeah, I think so. I just don't know who I would make music with right now. Uh, but it is on my agenda to make music.
Okay, that's exciting. And speaking of
Yeah.
making music, so when you make your set list for when you DJ, how do you craft your set list for a metal crowd specifically?
So it depends on the subgenre.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say it's just generic. I will, what I usually do is I go through like what I class as the greatest hits. And then I go through songs that have been iconic to me and that I know are iconic to other people that I can remember at alt nights that I went to as a like
Mm-hmm.
as a teenager when I was like 18, 19. I think about all of these songs and I put them on a playlist, right? And then I'll order them in a certain way. I, you can on DJ software you can read like the energy levels of the songs, BPMs, everything like this, and that's kind of like how I would create the playlist. But then mixing it is a whole different thing. Obviously, like people notice you if you mix well. So
Mm-hmm.
it's really important to go over the set list again and again. And there's been songs that I've kicked off the set list because they don't mix well. For example, a song recently that I kicked off of the set list was Stacey's Mom
Oh yeah.
because it's an offbeat song.
Mm-hmm.
And on the beat of the song I was mixing it into, it was like Stacey's mom has got it going on, but it was always on the offbeat, and I was like, I hate this song so much. I'm never putting it in a set list
Oh
ever
my
again.
God.
So like practicing it as well to make sure it's perfect. Um, but yeah, that's how I would create one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but at least, even if you have to cater to someone, you kind of still have the power to like choose what you want. So what I want to
yeah.
ask you is like if you're not playing for like a certain, group of people, just for yourself, do you have like a specific subgenre you like to play, or do you like blending different genres? Like if it was your choice, how would you make your set list? Your perfect set list?
I think it would be something similar to what I did at the emo night. It would be a lot of emo music,
Mm-hmm.
specifically the screamo emo music, if that makes sense. Like you have like pop punk emo and then you have like screamo emo music. So like this and new metal. I love mixing new metal. It's like the best metal genre to mix by far because it's like long intros, same BPMs. It's super fun to mix. So I would say a mixture of this.
Okay, yeah, that I felt like in the emo night you were like playing your dream playlist because I can see it through your performance how much you're enjoying it and everybody else was enjoying it too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Seeing everyone like singing back,
Oh
I
my
was like,
gosh.
Thank God, thank
I
God they know
had
this song.
so much fun. I had so much fun. Even like Dean was there and he was having the time. Everybody was just feeling nostalgic and just everybody was one. Like I haven't seen like a night that was
Yeah.
so crazy like that. Everyone was just one with each other. And that's also because of you, because you were enjoying yourself. So everybody else was feeling it too. You were putting your
Uh,
love and your passion to it. So, you know,
uh,
s-
I
speaking
did
about,
feel,
yeah.
sorry, I
No,
did
no, no,
feel like
no.
in love on stage, like just in love with everything going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I could
it,
feel it.
yeah.
I could
Uh,
feel it from you. Like I can see it. And I think everybody else saw it too. Like people just connect in that way. So,
yeah.
creating memories and stuff. I know like with DJing and stuff, you had like a few events, but what is the most wild moment you had while DJing? Did anything crazy happen yet?
While I'm DJing,
Yeah.
gosh. So, do you mean wild, like bad wild, or like good wild?
Something it can be either like something, funny or something, that you won't forget, like some I don't know, can be good or bad. Or
I mean,
maybe funny or something.
yeah. I mean, a lot of stuff happened recently at the emo night. I've had it pretty lucky. I've had like I've never messed up a mix on stage or anything like that, but I've had some technical issues. So like
Hmm.
a funny technical issue that I had at a event that I did for De-Obligate Promotions, you know, the D's Nut show.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
It's such a stupid mistake. Like it's so silly. But there's a slider on a decks where like you can go from one track to another like this, like left and right.
Hmm.
And when I had unpacked my setup, my slider had like slid, and I was like doing sound check, and I was like, oh no, I don't know what's going on. I think my decks are broken.
Oh no.
It wasn't. It was just playing one track louder than the other because of the slider. Total mistake on my half. But that was funny because I genuinely thought that my decks were broken, but that wasn't a performance, thank God. And by the time I was performing, everything was sound. But something that happened recently at the emo night was I I need the internet to play my music, depending on if I've downloaded it or not. For this set, I hadn't downloaded it because I wanted to select. So like as a DJ, you can prepare a set list or you can be a selector. I do both. I will prepare a set list and then be a selector. But because of that, I needed the internet.
Yeah.
Uh, I lost the internet halfway through my set.
Oh no.
No one knew, and I was trying to load the next track, and I was like, shit. And and Larams, the other DJ,
Hmm.
he thank God he was there. I was like, Rami. help
Help.
me. He was like, I'll hotspot you, and we hotspotted me so fast. And
Oh
during that
no.
time, I queued a song that I had downloaded. Um, so I managed to queue up that song and mix it at the same time Rami was connecting my laptop to his hotspot. But
Oh my
that was all
God.
live. And no one noticed. I don't know how. Like the mix was fine, everything was fine. I don't know
I
how we
didn't
pulled it
notice.
off.
I didn't
Yeah.
notice. So that's
Well,
good. Nobody noticed.
I was worried there would be a minute's silence.
Yeah,
Um,
awkward. Yeah.
but no, it was all good. And something else crazy that happened was the amount of people that got on stage.
Oh, yeah.
There were so many people on stage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
at one point there was like 4 people on stage, and they were having the best time. Love them all, whoever they are. But like there was lots of earthquakes going on
Oh
the on the
my.
on the booth, and I was like,
You're
oh
like,
shit, what what do I focus on right now? Because like I was worried everything was gonna fall.
fall down. Oh my God. Yeah.
I was worried someone was gonna fall on me or on my
Oh
stuff or
no.
on each other.
It got pretty
Uh,
wild. I can
and
tell you that.
I loved it, right? The stage, I've never seen so many stage divers
Oh
like
yeah,
in
there were
this
a lot.
country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I loved it. It was such a mood. Next time, I'm gonna call a wall of death.
Oh my God, you should.
Yeah.
And you can do it. I'm sure you can make it work.
Yeah.
Oh
It'll be
my
sick.
God. That event was super fun, and I can't wait for your next events. And I wanted to ask you, what kind of advice would you give other, aspiring female DJs, or it doesn't have to be DJs, it can be like metalheads who want to step into the scene?
I would say be unique. Don't copy someone else because you'll you'll shine if you're being unique. But when I say be unique, I don't mean also like think of something and try and do it. Also be an absolute nerd at whatever that is. Like know everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because for example, to my knowledge, there's no country DJs. But if I just decide like female country DJs in the UAE, maybe I'm wrong, but let's say for argument's sake that there isn't. If I tried to do that because I don't know everything about it, I would suck. So it's really important that you know everything. Like knowledge is key and being unique is key. And if you know everything about your genre and you can create a brand, like you have your brand and everyone knows you as your brand. I have my brand, everyone knows me as my brand. It's so important, and it really like now I'm at the point where every show I play at, someone brings me a gift and it's cat themed.
Oh,
That's so
see,
cool.
yeah, that is cool. You
Yeah.
definitely created an identity for yourself.
Yeah. And I think that is like I think if you're gonna come into it and you want to stand out and stuff, like you need to be a package. You can't think about one thing or like just trying to please everybody. Like if you become your like if you become art, then it's gonna take off. It's inevitable if you know everything and you're being unique.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you on that. And that is really amazing. That is really good advice, actually. Thank you for that. And so, right now, before we wrap this interview up, I want to do something a little bit more chaotic and fun. So, we're just
Ooh,
going to do like fire round questions. So, basically, I'm just going to ask you a quick question and you just tell me whatever comes to your mind first. Are you ready?
okay.
Okay. So, first metal album you have ever bought.
Hybrid Theory.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Which band have you seen live the most? I think I know the answer.
Can you guess?
Bring Me the Horizon.
Yes, I've seen them
Yes!
21 times.
21 times. No
I love
way. I
them.
wanted to ask
Yeah.
you like how many times you've seen them. That is awesome. What is your dream festival to DJ at?
Download Festival.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's a good
Or
choice.
when we were young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Most chaotic song you have ever dropped in a set.
Oh, I wouldn't say this was chaotic, but it was just ridiculous was Tenacious D tribute in a new metal
Oh,
night.
yeah, that's a pretty wacky song. It's fun.
Yeah.
And what's the weirdest song request you ever got?
The weirdest.
Yeah.
Recently, I was DJing in Abu Dhabi. It was an emo night,
Hmm.
and this girl came up to me and she was like, "Oh, you can play like any Arabic music?" And I was like, "If you can give me Arabic emo music, I will play it." But I have a feeling it doesn't exist.
Oh my God, I would love to hear Arabic emo music. I don't know if I've found any bands yet, but if there are any Arabic emo bands, hit us up.
Yeah,
Well,
I would
she'll
love
play your
to.
music.
I will fuck with it. I really will.
So cool. Okay, and just two more questions. Well, from the 5 round questions. Favorite local UAE metal band? No, no,
Who is
no, no
it?
pressure.
Who's my favorite?
Yeah,
Ah, I love Stowaways.
they're really good.
I love them so much,
They're
and I love
amazing.
Crows and Ravens. But they're like bands that I personally would listen
Listen
to.
to, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But to watch as performers, if that makes sense,
Hmm.
110% you. You're like
Oh,
the best front person.
oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
and
so
I'm so
sweet.
excited to see Eamon Graves because I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
Have you guys played before?
No,
No. Yeah,
we
I'm so
haven't.
excited
It's
because
gonna be,
obviously in Gates of Gomorrah, you guys, you're a queen, such a babe. I love it.
yeah,
So like to watch you by a
yeah.
country mile.
Yeah, I'm excited about that and still nervous, but let's see how it goes. And then last question for the final for the fire round. Vinyl, CD, or digital
Ah,
music? Yeah,
vinyl.
vinyl. Yeah,
Yeah.
vinyl's cool.
I
All
feel like
right.
every DJ will say that.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, it's cool. It's like, it's a classic. It's a classic, and it's really nice to collect vinyls.
I have a vinyl player right here,
Oh,
the Metallica
nice.
one. Yeah.
Awesome. That's so
Yeah.
super cool. All right. So we're coming to the end of our interview, but I just have one more question. So, what is next for you? Do you have any upcoming shows or project we should be watching out for?
So there's a lot of things being negotiated right now, but we have obviously the emo night's going to go wild from January. It's going to be sick, and also I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Sandstorm Metal Festival.
I think you could say it. Maybe we'll announce it by then. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
yeah, I'm excited
obviously,
for that. Yay!
yeah. I saw the poster and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"That's my name! What the hell?"
I think it
So
would be announced by the time we release this interview anyways. If
nice.
not, whoops. Surprise!
Surprise!
Woo! No, perfect. That is super exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. And for everyone who's tuning in, make sure you follow DJ Kitty on all of her socials to be updated on her upcoming shows and events. We'll post a link down below. Kitty, thank you so much for joining us. It has
Thank
been
you for
so
having
much
me.
fun. Of
Thank
course.
you.
It's my pleasure. We'll see you guys soon,
Thank
and
you.
bye.
Bye.
All right, metalheads, don't forget to like and subscribe Sandstorm Music Company on all social media platforms. Keep supporting your local metal scene, and until then, see you in the pit!